Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective for today. Today is Saturday, February 21st, 2026. You may follow me on the talk, the tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use the Fearless Familiars deck. This is by J. Edward Neal. You can find this at shadowartfinds.com. There's something about like somebody like looking in a mirror and I don't like not recognizing who's looking back or yeah. Because I keep, like, as soon as I started talking to you guys, like, I was drawn to the mirror, and I'm looking at the mirror, and I'm like, what's wrong with the mirror? I don't see anything wrong with the mirror. Mirror looks fine. And I can see myself in the video, like, doing the video. It's in the mirror. But the only thing I can think of is somebody doesn't like what they see in the mirror. Also, somebody might think time is flying by. I mean, it is. I only say that because when I was saying the date, I pictured like one of those like little desktop calendar things, you know, like the little where you peel them away and throw them away. But I was picturing one of those desktop calendars and like somebody like it was being flipped through, you know, day, you know, like the days are going by too fast. One on the table. Two on the table. Three on the table. Four on the table. Let's do two more shuffles. Last shuffle. Five on the table. All right, we got six with bottom of the deck. We've got the Adept. We've got the Champion. We've got Indignation. We've got the Queen. We've got the Lover. And bottom of the deck, Curiosity. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates, doesn't matter. Whoever this queen is, maybe they're the ones that don't like looking at themselves in the mirror. It could be the Lover. It could be the Champion. I mean, it could be, these are three different energies, by the way. Whoever this Champion is, they come off as very skilled, an expert, if you will. This Queen is mad, angry, burdened. This Lover is curious. I'm just going to say this. I think the lover is the queen's lover. I think the queen has issues with whoever this champion is. And I think the lover is watching the queen and being like, well, why do you have a problem with so and so? Like, they look like they're doing just fine. Like, who cares? And this queen is pissed off. Like, this queen, and it would make sense, right? If they don't like who they see in the mirror, when they look at this person, if they see who they want to be, they're going to be pissed off. It makes sense. And I think the more and more this queen has something to say about this champion, the more and more this lover gets curious and curious about this champion. It definitely gives like a third party kind of vibe. But again, I think the lover is with the queen. Like, whether they're married, whether they're just in a relationship, whether it's an FWB, I don't know. But okay, I literally I'm literally looking at the card, and I'm side eyeing the card, and I'm side eyeing the card, and I'm looking at the card, and tell me why I saw the cat's eyes side eye something else. This person they're side eyeing the queen is what it is. They're curious about the champion, sure, but they're side eyeing this queen because they're like, what's the big deal? Like, why are you like so engrossed in this other person's life? Like, let it go. And like I said, it just makes them more and more curious about the champion, who this is, what they do, that kind of thing. And it's kind of funny because the lover and the champion, they both have moons on their cards, and they're, I don't know what you would call that, a half moon, but they're in like the upright technically when you look at them. And this freaking queen, her moon is in the reverse. Look at it. I know that's probably not a thing, but it is in this reading. Like, they're off. They're not. This person gives into toxicity. This person gives into karmic energy. Whoever this lover is, they're in the upright, right? But they're still going to end up taking on some of this queen's karma at the end of the day. Especially if they're not really supposed to be in this connection. If they're just in it for like sex or money, or like they met them and didn't realize who they were, and they've been together for a long time, so now they don't want to break up. Whatever the story is, they're just not really supposed to be there. And I'm not at all saying like the lover is supposed to be with the champion. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they went down a road that they really weren't supposed to go down. And I feel too, like, with the heart there. I mean, I know this is supposed to represent like the lovers, right? So there would be a heart there probably, right? But whoever this is, they seem like they would be a really nice person, man or woman, like a sweetheart. And it's kind of funny because I never thought of this until this came out like this reading came out like this. But this champion is kind of looking over their shoulder, and they kind of have like an innocent kind of like, is somebody watching me? Like what's going on? Very unassuming energy. Very much just like out there living their life, not really paying attention. Hmm. And the funny thing is this queen, like they stand tall in this card, on this card. And then in the indignation card, it looks like they're, I don't want to say getting like the smackdown or the beatdown, but definitely like they know they're in that energy. When they're in that energy, they know they're being kind of like ridiculous. That they don't really have any right to like question whatever this champion does. Pardon me. This could be a friend, they could be a family member, an ex-lover, ex-spouse, I don't know, co-worker, neighbor. I don't know. But they watch this person. Hmm. What is that song? Shit, I didn't bring my phone in here. It's newer, like Kim. Well, I think it's newer. I heard it for the first time on TikTok, like last year or the year before. And I don't know if it's a man or a woman that sings it, but they're like, pack up your bags, put a hand to your heart, say whatever you say, whatever you feel, whatever's. Do they say in your heart again? No, whatever you feel, wherever you are. That's what it is. Put your bags in the car, put a hand to your heart, say whatever you feel, wherever you are. We ain't angry at you, love. You're the greatest thing we've lost. I don't know, I just heard that. It could be like a mother or a father to this person, which is all the more disgusting in my opinion, because parents should celebrate their children's accomplishments. Parents should celebrate their children's growth. When you have a kid and that kid is like 20, 30 years old and they're still living at home and all they do is play video games and eat all your food, and you turn around and you're like, "Oh yeah, Billy, he's doing so great. We're so proud of him." Really? What are you proud of him for? For never for never growing mentally, emotionally, physically? And I'm just going to say it, those kind of parents that allow that kind of stuff to happen and don't think twice and then turn around and like, "Oh, look at how great my kid is." Honey, sir, you prevented your child from becoming a grown up. And I can honestly say that because I've seen it in my family. I've seen it in my immediate family, and I've seen it in my extended family, where an energy will try and hold a younger energy back from doing anything, from accomplishing anything. They want them to stay exactly where they are. And this is just my opinion, but part of that is, yes, they don't want them to do better than they did, right? It's like a jealousy kind of thing. The other part of that, and again, this is just my opinion, they want to keep them there. They want to keep them forever young, forever their baby, You stay here. We'll take care of you. When we're old, you can take care of us. They really, parents like that really set their children up for a fall, I think. My neighbors are so weird. They have like a U-Haul truck parked in between their garage and their house. It's been there. It'll probably be there for almost a year now. Because I think they put it back there like last spring. I'm guessing they use it for storage. They have two freaking garages. Two freaking garages that they don't put cars in at all. And a part of me thinks that some of them live in the garages because the house is probably like a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, I would say, but it's so tiny. It's so tiny. And it reminds me of my aunt's house when she used to live in Illinois and lived like a few blocks from my family. Um, Tiny little house, like a galley kitchen, a little dining room, a bathroom, 3 bedrooms, a living room. Like you could walk all the way. Tiny. And there's a lot of people living there. There's got to be at least 10 people living there, at least. And little kids. Anyway. Yeah, that is just not really an energy that any type of parent should be putting out there for their kids. You should always want your kids to grow and do better than you and excel at life. Otherwise, what was the point of having them? What was the point of that? So you could have a best friend your whole life? You're their parent. You're not supposed to be their best friend. You can be their best friend when they're an adult, but when they're a kid, you need to be a parent. And kids thrive off of that. Kids need structure. And I'm one last thing before I let this go. When I looked at this adept card for the champion, and I looked at the indignation for the queen, both of these figures, both of these characters, right? Both of these people have walked through fire, meaning they've both experienced shitty things in life, right? The thing is when you look at this card, this has made the queen like a karmic, a toxic person. And you look at this one and it's a little more calming. It's a little more, it gives fire, but it gives like coming to an end, like somebody putting it out kind of thing. Like it doesn't look as horrible as this one, I guess you could say. Something about them both like experiencing some shit in their lives, but one taking it one way and another taking it the other way. Like one turning it into positivity and one not knowing what to do with it. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope you all have a lovely Saturday, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.